Hello, my beautiful friends. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If you are new here, my name is Suze, and I'm a divine feminine energy healer and guide. I am really excited about our topic of conversation today. Let's clear some confusion that I see. I've had many different aspects of my life lately in my experience where I'm seeing some confusion around talking about divine feminine, right? Talking about emotions, talking about the more feminine things of life, and why that may be confusing some people when we're dealing with male, female, physical bodies. And I'm talking about masculine, feminine, energetic things. And I want to clear the confusion between the two because at the end of the day, we all have an inner masculine and a feminine, no matter how you're identifying externally, no matter what kind of physical body parts you have, it doesn't matter. And I want to clear some of the confusion around this because, like I said, I've been having multiple examples of things coming into my realm of existence in my life experience at this time that have been showing me there's a little confusion here. And if we create clarity, that's what healing is all about. Creating a clarity around something so we can choose something different if we decide that something different is better for us, right? And using our mind and our hearts working together is what this is all about, this healing journey. Using your mind, and your mind needs concepts to grasp onto. The mind does need some kind of word definitions, and sometimes we call that labels, right? The mind needs parameters, kind of boxes, to be able to comprehend and understand things, and that's okay. We just have to take it deeper and understand that the heart, the soul, doesn't function in that way, and that the soul and the heart moves differently, but it's about respecting, balancing, honoring both ways of it, right? So let's get into that. But before I get into this conversation, I first really feel the need to again express deep thanks and gratitude to my viewers. I love and appreciate you all so much. I have been having some amazing comments from you, and I really, really want you to feel valued and seen and heard by me for multiple reasons. I really value your comments because, first of all, I'm able to see where my communication maybe isn't as clear and concise as I want it to be, and how I can maybe shift communication to be more clear and concise for you all, because that is super important to me. So thank you for that. Thank you for those of you who are being very vulnerable and transparent with sharing your journey, your struggles, epiphanies you may be having from watching my videos. I really value this because it's showing me that I am creating a safe space for you to be vulnerable, and also that you are trusting me with your story, or even just a glimpse, a little piece of your story. That is very valuable and sacred to me. So I really appreciate you. And last but definitely not least, I so appreciate the comments that are so validating and supporting of the messages that I am putting out there, of how helpful it is to you, how supportive, how you agree with it, how you've learned similar things in your life, in your journey. It is so helpful to know there are other beautiful souls out there doing this work, healing themselves, healing the world, moving the vibration of the planet, moving it forward, and that my message is really resonating for you. I really value and appreciate all of these comments. Thank you so much. Please continue to leave me these comments. I really do appreciate them. So let's get into the topic of conversation for today. Like I said, I've had multiple different places where I've had this awareness that there is some confusion out there around the idea of male, female, masculine, feminine, the gender, the energy, all of that. So let's do a brief little video to clear this up moving forward so we can all be on the same page, okay? So here we go. I talk a lot on this channel about feminine energy and divine feminine, and I talk about how I identify myself as being a divine feminine. But that does not necessarily have anything to do with the fact that I am in a female physical body. That's not really what I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about is all of us, no matter what gender you may physically carry in your physical body, we all have masculine and feminine energies inside of us. I have masculine and feminine. Everyone does. And what I have learned in the healing journey is that healing is all about recognizing both my inner masculine and feminine energies, healing them both so that they can come into unity with each other. They can integrate with each other. They can love, work together with each other. And how that feels as an experience for me is I find real, true fulfillment and satisfaction in my life. And I feel empowered. I feel satisfied and fulfillment. Those are the best words I can think about it. And of course, with satisfaction and fulfillment, you fill in the blank. That comes with a lot of other energies and emotions, like peace, feeling calm, feeling bliss, feeling happiness, feeling whatever the important feelings and energies are for you that you feel are the things that would mean the most to you. That comes from the balance and the healing, the unity, the harmony of the inner masculine and feminine. This can also be thought of as being whole, recognizing that I am whole and complete on my own, lacking nothing. Right? That's the journey of self-love. That is the real journey of self-empowerment, is recognizing I already have everything inside of me. And so on this journey that I'm describing and talking about and giving ideas about and inspiration on my channel here, it's about going in this dance. I've learned that finding the healing and the balance of everyone's inner masculine and feminine, it's a dance of healing and moving back and forth between your own inner masculine and feminine. Now, here's where the gender part, the more human, physical part, because all of that is very internal, right? All of that is like your inner growth, your personal development, your self-reflection type stuff, right? And you creating an identity from there. Now we're moving into the more human, 3D, physical reality type stuff. How you choose to create your own identity and sense of self is entirely up to you. And how you want to show up externally in the world is entirely up to you. What role or how you want to be, how you feel the best in relationships is up to you. Okay, so hang on a second. So for me, I'm just going to bring this back to a real example to help you wrap your brain around all of this a little bit better. Hopefully this helps. I find that, bringing it back to myself sometimes and anchoring it into a physical example helps to understand these things, okay? So I identify in relationships and in my life as a divine feminine because I have chosen to take on an identity and relationships where I prefer to be the more feminine aspect in relationships, okay? I prefer to be the more receptive, the soft, the emotional. This does not mean I don't have boundaries. This does not mean I don't have a strong sense of self-worth and value. That doesn't mean that, but I prefer to be the feminine aspect in relationships, okay? So, and I happen to also have a female physical body. That's just how it happens in my world. So if you are a man and you have a male physical body and you're confused why you are understanding and resonating with my message, it's because you are probably healing your internal feminine energy. You are probably realizing that maybe you spent a lot of time in your life ignoring or suppressing or running away or avoiding your emotional self. And maybe you have decided that now's the time to heal some emotional stuff that's going on inside of me. Maybe you want to be emotionally available in relationships. And maybe you want to be in a relationship with someone that feels really emotionally connected, really deeply intimate, really raw, vulnerable, open, transparent, a growing emotional connection and experience with someone. Maybe that's what you want, and you recognize there's some work that I need to do inside myself with my own emotional self. All of that is the feminine aspect of you, because you have both masculine and feminine as well. And so in this journey, like I said, it's a dance of going back and forth between the two, because you will see that the feminine aspect can only open up and be as vulnerable and be as soft and be as receptive as she is held in the masculine. I hope I am being clear in my communication today, right? And this is what I have learned. Again, I'm going to bring it back to myself to hopefully create more clarity. Sorry about the dogs right now. There's a whole bunch of dogs running around being walked outside right now. Lots of dogs. Sorry about that. In my own journey with my own emotional availability, in healing my emotional self, in healing my heart, I can only go as deep into my heart space. I am only safe to go into my heart space as much as my masculine inner self, provides the safe container to be held to go deeper. And so it's a constant going back and forth between the two, which is very symbolic of a spiritual, external relationship of masculine and feminine energies at play in an external relationship. My feminine aspect of me, as I said in this video, I prefer to be in my romantic partnerships in particular with a man. I prefer to be the feminine. So therefore, I prefer to be soft and open and available. I prefer for the person I'm in partnership with to take the lead, to do most of the planning, to make a lot of the decisions, so that I don't have to be in my masculine thinking, working through problems, logic, mind. To me, that is heavy and that is exhausting. To me, it feels better to be in flow in my feminine, to be free, to be expressive in my feminine, to be nurturing of the relationship, to be the softness in the relationship. However, I am only able to be as soft and open as the person I'm with, the man that I'm with, as much as he is able to be the masculine, safe, protective container and structure for me to open and relax and surrender into. If the masculine that I'm with is not able to be a safe container for my emotions, for my feminine expression, there's going to be a problem. They work together. So a feminine woman is only going to be as feminine in a relationship as the masculine is able to be the depth and the strength, the safety, the security, the groundedness, the clarity, the decisiveness, the consistency, the integrity of the masculine is going to be reflected in how soft, open-hearted, nurturing, radiant the feminine, surrendered the feminine will be. They work together. And that is why I say in my videos a lot too, it's the feminine that heals, because the feminine is the open-hearted space. The feminine is the one who's able to work in the emotional realm to heal, to soothe, to nurture, to guide, to empathize, to offer compassion. All of that is healing aspects, and all of those are feminine aspects. Masculine, feminine is not about gender. It has nothing to do with gender. Masculine, feminine are internal energies that exist in every one of us, regardless of what physical body you have or what gender you may have. It doesn't matter. The emotional, spiritual world is the feminine world. The physical, thinking world is the masculine world. I have both within me. One thing I didn't mention as well is that, the masculine is the part of us that we are applying. We're tapping into our masculine when we're working, when we are communicating. That is the masculine aspect. Motivation to work, to support other people, to help other people. That is the masculine aspect. Clearly, we all have a desire to help, right? We get a sense of self-worth out of working, out of doing things that contribute to a greater good out there somewhere, somehow. That gives us a feeling of value, and that is masculine. So we all clearly have that, but we all clearly have emotions as well, which is our own feminine aspect. So moving into a place of healing is recognizing both our own inner masculine and feminine, recognizing where we're carrying wounds, where we are not loving the other, where we are not understanding the other, and bringing them back into unity, into harmony, into understanding, into loving, into enveloping both, wrapping their arms around each other. Two people who love each other, hugging each other is so symbolic of so much more happening than just two beings who love each other, hugging each other. There's so much more energetically happening. Everything we see in the physical reality, there is so much more happening below the surface. My clients know I call this the thing behind the thing. And this is where I am gifted, is seeing behind the physical. It's like an apparition to me, right? It's like everything in the physical world, there's so much more happening. And I have been gifted with the ability of understanding the energetics behind the physical appearance of things and working with the energetics behind, so that we can each create the life that we want in working with the energies that are happening inside of us to then create externally, physically, these lives that we want that feel really emotionally fulfilling and satisfying. That's my mission. That's where I'm going in all of this. So again, the beautiful soul who left me the comment, thank you so much for the inspiration for this video. I hope this video finds you and that it helped. Please continue to leave me your beautiful comments to all of my beautiful viewers. I so appreciate you. I value you. Thank you so much for being here with me, and have a beautiful rest of your day.